Great. Tyler, thank you for joining us. Congratulations on the season and making an appearance in the 50th anniversary of the PlayStation Fiesta Bowl, which we know is in your home state. So why don't you just take us through as we get closer to game day and arriving here tomorrow, your feeling and sense towards the Fiesta Bowl as a whole?
Yeah, I'm excited to be here. It's obviously a great blessing for me in this program just because we're going back to my home state and we're playing against a great competitor as well. So it's an honor and I'm really excited to be here.
Great. Thank you, Tyler. We're going to open it up for questions now, and we'll call on everybody one by one. First up, Zachary Martin from the Iowa State Daily. Zachary?
Yes, Tyler, good morning. This Iowa State secondary has been leaky at times. They've given up a lot of big plays, and a lot of good offense can exploit a leaky secondary. Do you believe that with the speed at wideout, with Jalen and Johnny, that you guys can create some big plays early and late?
That's our goal in any game. We obviously have to create explosive plays and limit turnovers and whoever we're playing. So they're a great secondary. Whatever coverage they're playing, they're going to mix it up. So we're going to have to find ways to get open and do the best that we can. But there's no certain situation or time of the game where we're going to be looking to create explosive plays. We're always looking for those as an offense. So we're just really excited to be down here and get that opportunity.
Thank you. Next up is Warren Williamson. Warren, please go ahead.
Hey, Tyler, I'm just curious if maybe you might dive into this a little bit for us about going back home to Arizona. Maybe what kind of experience you've had just watching the Fiesta Bowl, and any thoughts of wanting to play in it when you were growing up or in high school. Just maybe dive into that just a little bit.
Yeah, I remember going to it as a kid when Oregon played Kansas State, and then I've always always had that fantasy of playing in that stadium, playing in Cardinal Stadium, and obviously getting the chance to go into the Fiesta Bowl would be huge, and it never really became a reality until I got to college. So this is an amazing opportunity. It's definitely something that I've been looking forward to since I was a kid, just because we have that bowl game. We have a lot of prestigious games in the state of Arizona, so I get to watch those as a kid, and it was pretty amazing.
Tyler, I'm going to interject and follow up on that question if possible. Do you have you mentioned the game that you were at with Oregon and Kansas State, but even as a fan watching the game as a youngster on TV, any standout memories from the Fiesta Bowl history for you?
I wouldn't say from like watching TV, but I do remember we were walking down the steps, and we weren't even in our seats yet when DeAnthony took the kick back in the first play, and we were all kind of freaking out because we thought something happened. But it was pretty funny just because we finally got to our seats and we were already up 7-0. So that was a great memory. And then I think just thinking back to all the Fiesta Bowls, it's just a great bowl, and it's a great memory. It's just from being able to go to it as a kid and then watch it as an Arizonan on TV.
Thank you. We'll go to AJ Jacobson from Rivals.
Tyler, when I was taking a look at the Iowa State defense, I was thinking of actually you and all the tough reads you're going to have to make on Saturday. So talk about what challenges, all the fitting and all the different angles they're taking, pre and post snap will present for you.
Yeah, you hit it on the nail. They do. They present a lot of angles. They present a lot of coverages, and they fit in different ways. So we're just gonna have to execute our offense and execute what we do, and then adjust accordingly to what they're doing. So we feel confident in our game plan, and we're gonna attack it and play accordingly.
Teresa from Channel 3, Channel 5, Arizona's Family.
Hey, Tyler, good morning. Thank you for your time. I'm just curious a little bit more. Has anyone from Hamilton or your alumni reached out to you about being able to come home and play here? And then a little bit more on your relationship with Brock. I know you guys have a bit of a history with each other.
I really haven't reached out to a lot of my past high school teammates as much, other than just communication, but I haven't been able to get to any of the games, obviously. But really just coming to the game is just close family. And obviously that they're super excited because it is such a close drive. And then Brock and I are really good friends. We have been good friends for a while. We text time to time throughout the season, and when we were playing good, when we're playing bad, just to spin notes off of each other. So it's always great to have an asset, especially in college football and when you come in from the same town. But we haven't talked this much throughout the week, just because we know we're both competing as a competitor and preparing to play against each other. But I'm excited to go against them as always. We've had some great games in the past, and then I'm excited to get down to Arizona and just get back to the home state and get back to playing ball.
Michael Swain from 247.
Hey, Tyler, you mentioned it in one of your answers a second ago, but how do you manage with the way that Iowa State buzzes different guys in the secondary? How do you manage what you see pre-snap, but also knowing that once you get the ball that things can change on the back end?
Yeah, that's what Coach Moore we talk about pre-snap tips and post-snap confirmation. So whatever you see pre-snap, then you're going to see the safeties getting off the hash. You got to see that as you're catching the ball from the snap. There's a lot of stuff that goes into it, but we're really trying to simplify our reads, make it easy on us as an offense with all the different looks that they bring and trying to execute accordingly. Just because sometimes you may not know what they're coming, but you gotta roll with it and you gotta react and play football. So you have a plan going up to the snap, and then sometimes things go haywire, and that's what playmakers are for. That's what we're on the field for as all my teammates is Johnny Johnson, Micah Pittman, Jalen Redd, guys like Sean Dollars and Travis Dye. They're just playmakers. So any way I can get the ball to them, and that's the key.
Sorry, Paul Shough from AZ Big Media.
Hey, Tyler, I know we've had a couple questions about you coming back home to Arizona to play and even a question about your relationship with Brock. But I know with all the success that you had at Hamilton High School, one of your opponents, Perry High School, was one that was difficult as you lost 4 showdowns with Brock. Does that by any chance provide any extra motivation knowing that you guys have had showdowns in the past and that, you know, you're kind of looking for that a little bit of extra redemption here on your home soil?
I don't think it provides any extra motivation. I think it's just another opportunity to go out there and play. And it's obviously against him, so it's going to be even more fun just because it's always great to play somebody you know. But it really doesn't matter. You know, I'm not playing against him necessarily. I'm playing against the Iowa State defense, and like before, I played against the Perry defense. So whatever the case is, it's just going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to be great no matter the situation was, just to go against another great team.
Jose Romero from the Arizona Republic.
Hey, Tyler. Let's go back to going back to the Pac-12 championship game. Why would you say those plays with Anthony Brown coming in worked, and what does he bring to the table on offense when I know it was only his first action there, but he came in and executed.
Yeah, he's a big guy. He's extremely athletic. He presents a different look as far as keeping their defense on their toes and the short yardage goal line and other situations. So I think he's capable of doing it all, and he's shown that in the game just to be prepared and execute accordingly when he's answered or when he's called. So he presents a great asset to our team just because he presents a different look and he has a different ability as far as making plays with his feet and everything like that. So he's an extremely athletic guy, and he's a great teammate for sure. So I'm excited to go on this week and this entire year has been working with him, and we've been making each other better.
Matt Preem.
Yeah, this could potentially be the last games for Jalen Redd and Johnny Johnson. I'm just your time here. How big of an impact have they had on this program and helping you this year in particular, your first year as a starter?
Yeah, they're amazing guys. They're one of my best friends, and they're just a huge inspiration to all the other guys on this team. So they're spark plugs. They're leaders. They work hard, day in and day out. They're somebody who we can look to, whether in the weight room, out on the field. They're always getting extra work. So and that shows on the field. They've played for 3 or 4 years now, and they know what it takes. So whether I'm talking to them or all the younger wide receivers need some spirits to look up to. They're the guys. So whatever they decide to do, I support them fully. We'd obviously love to have them back, and everything that they can do for this program would be huge next year. But ultimately, they got to do what's best for them, and I'm just excited to go out there on the field one more time with them.
Jeff Metcalf from the Arizona Republic.
Coach Moorhead was saying that he's a glass half full guy that believes you can clean up some of the issues you've had in the last few games and bounce back. What have you two talked about trying to maybe get back to some of the success you had early in the season?
Yeah, this is playing free. That's something that I've been working on mentally, and that's just part of growing through each year. We've played 6-7 games, and it's just part of the ebbs and flows of the season, and me growing personally as well. So that's just I've done a lot of soul searching, done a lot of growth and throughout this year, and I know my teammates and coaches have supported. So I think whatever the case is, and I'm gonna keep getting better. And I think my work ethic and my preparation and the way I can handle myself on and off the field has been a testament to that. And I mean, I'm trying to get better. I'm extremely flawed, and I know that. And I think accepting that is part of the growth process. So we're all in this together. We're all a team. So I'm just really thankful and honored to have this opportunity.
Jeff, did you have a follow-up? Okay, we'll move on to Teresa.
Hi, Tyler. Again, a two-part question. My first half is, what was your family's initial reaction when they found out you were going to be playing in the Fiesta Bowl? And then secondly, how have you seen quarterbacks, especially here in Arizona, develop just within the last, I'd say, 5 years or so, really at this top-tier level?
Yeah, my family was super excited just because it was such a short drive, and they found out they could come just because they haven't been able to come to this any games this season. So when it was in Arizona, such close proximity, and then the ability to have family and friends come to the game was huge. I know I called them right away, and they were stoked about it for sure. And then to answer your second question is, yeah, obviously there's been a huge influx of quarterbacks into the college football in the past, and I think obviously it's been a hotbed for recruiting as well. I think a lot of coaches are starting to realize how good these players can be coming out of Arizona. And then I obviously got to see Arizona quarterbacks firsthand, training through middle school and high school, coming into college now about, wow, these kids are really good. And obviously you don't really compare yourselves to them, but I think deep down you can kind of gauge it. And obviously competing against all these guys around the state and around the country, you just want to push yourself to be better.
Great, thank you. We'll go back to Warren Williamson.
Tyler, I think this entire season you've been a very confident quarterback, and you're certainly not extremely flawed, like you said. But Coach Moorhead said that he wanted to see you get back some of your swagger, maybe some of your confidence. I'm just wondering where your confidence level is right now as we head towards the end of the season, going into this game.
Oh, it's extremely high. I mean, that comes with preparation. That comes with day in out and each week. That's something I always have. It'll never falter. I mean, sometimes you obviously learn and grow some, and you question some decisions in the past. But I mean, that's just part of the game. That's part of life. That's part of growing through things. I have extreme confidence in myself and in this team, and that's what you have to be as a quarterback and as a person in this position. So I know a lot of coaches, have their opinions about certain things, but I know I'm going to control what I can control, and I'm going to take advantage of every opportunity that I get. And I always have swagger, and that's something I've been working on to get back. And that's just me not really caring about the things that I can't control or outside noise or anything like that, because that doesn't really matter. So I'm always going to have that inside me. I'm always going to have that chip on my shoulder to prove myself right and prove other people wrong. So this is another opportunity to do that.
Max Torres from Scoop Duck, you're up.
Tyler, obviously you want to be the guy in the game at any given point. Given that we saw, some more of Anthony Brown last week, what were your conversations like, after the game with him? And has your approach with him been a little bit different this week, seeing that we might see both you guys?
I don't think so. We talked about it after the game, is that whatever it takes to win the game. We're both team players, whatever it takes. And I'm obviously been working extremely hard and feel that I am that guy that wants to be in at all times. But I have to realize that, there's certain situations that that can be presented with a different look, and obviously with him. So I have to control what I can control, and basically whatever the coaches feel best is for the team, and that's I have to honor that. And he's done that the entire season. So I'm really excited about it. I know we've been both working extremely hard this week and in this entire season. So I think we're just both grateful for this opportunity. I'm excited to finally get down there and go out there on the field.
Great. We'll take one final sweep for questions for Tyler Shough as he does his final preparations here for the 50th anniversary of the PlayStation Fiesta Bowl coming up on Saturday afternoon, 2 p.m. local time versus Iowa State. All right, Tyler, we'll give you a few minutes to get back to your preparations. Thank you for joining us today. Good luck and safe travels down here. We'll see you on Thursday.
Thank you, guys. Take care.